Brazilian that his country has some good quality stuff for ridiculous prices, and it's likely that he would disagree or expect a joke involving bribes and crime. As a Brazilian myself, for long I held this belief that in my country almost everything is overpriced and overtaxed, like iPhone or PlayStations, or has a lower standard of quality. For example, some Brazilian-based car models cannot be sold in Europe due to safety concerns. Electronics and industrial goods can be costly in Brazil, but this is not valid for many utilities and staples. There are some items that are really inexpensive there. However, before we begin, I would like to ask a small favor. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button so that YouTube can continue to show it to others. Water. Brazilians seldom notice that they are paying peanuts for things like water. It's a shock that many of us have when moving abroad. For example, I always heard during my childhood that European people don't take multiple showers per day because it's cold or because they use a lot of perfume to disguise their odor. The truth, however, is that bathing in Europe is expensive. Here are some simple math using numbers from 2021. Cost of a cubic meter, which means 1000 liters of water in sewage in São Paulo, 4.5 reais. If you live in social housing, it's even cheaper. And that means 87 cents of dollar. The amount of water used in a 10-minute shower with a modern shower head is approximately 90 liters. So if you do the calculation of a 10-minute shower in São Paulo, you will see that it costs 8 cents of dollar per shower. In Poland, the same shower would cost almost 3 zlotys, meaning 77 cents of dollar. If I kept my Brazilian habits in Poland, I would spend $47 per month on shower water only. The price of a shower in Warsaw is almost 10 times higher than in São Paulo. In rich European countries like Denmark, it's even worse. Lower water prices like they have in Brazil also decrease the cost of flushing the toilet, something harder than baths to reduce the frequency, or having a swimming pool in our backyard. Even washing our car in Brazil is cheaper than nearly anywhere else because of the inexpensive water. The next item is garbage collection. If you tell someone from the city where I was born that the garbage collection is crazy cheap there, they will think you are fooling with them. And that for a simple reason: in Brazil, garbage collection is not cheap. It's free, which means paid by taxes. You can generate as much domestic garbage as you want and you pay not a single cent for a truck to collect it. I could put free garbage collection in my list of bizarre Brazilian laws, but since most people don't complain about it, instead they complain about their taxes, I left it out. In other cities like São Paulo, there was once a cost for the service, but it was cancelled and now the current mayor is trying to bring it back. In places where there is a charge for garbage collection, the values are often modest. Curitiba, the capital of Paraná state, has a price for domestic garbage considered expensive: 270 reais, $52.7 per year. This is only $4.4 per month. For comparison, for the same service in Warsaw, Poland, I pay close to 50 zlotys, almost $13 per month. Inexpensive coffee should come as no surprise, since Brazil is the largest coffee producing country in the world. The largest difference, however, is not in the grains per se, but in the coffee consumed at cafeterias. In the Brazilian long-distance bus stations, called rodoviárias, it's common to find places selling a cup of coffee for 2 or 3 reais, around 50 cents of dollar. A good café de rodoviária, literally bus station coffee, in my opinion, is at least as good as a Costa Black coffee sold for 3 euros or more in Europe. Other coffee-derived beverages also have favorable prices in the Brazilian territory. The portal Numbeo examined the cost of a cappuccino in 589 cities around the world, on all continents. Belo Horizonte, Rio de Janeiro, Brasília and São Paulo are all among the cities with the lowest price for this hot beverage. A cappuccino in Finland or the United States will cost over 300% of what it costs in Brazil. A friend of mine always carries an extra pack of cigarettes for personal use when he travels out of Brazil. This is a sure way to save money. A pack of Marlboro in São Paulo will cost between 10 to 12 reais, a bit more than $2. Similar prices are only seen in countries like Ukraine, Iraq or Paraguay. It would be unfair to compare São Paulo with richer cities like London, $17 for a pack of Marlboro, or Boston, where it costs $12. But even considering countries in an income bracket similar to Brazil, the difference is considerable. The same Marlboro 20 cigarette pack is $5.5 in Guayaquil, Ecuador, 5.23 in Santiago, Chile, and 4.76 in Bangalore, India. Of 482 cities researched by the portal Omio, São Paulo is only the 446 in the ranking of cigarette prices. The low prices, however, do not increase tobacco popularity. Brazil is one of the countries with the lowest proportion of smokers in the world. Only 15% of the population is addicted to nicotine. Other things relatively inexpensive in Brazil. Uber is comparatively cheap in São Paulo, especially if you think about other cities of the same size and income. And likely this is related to the high amount of people interested in driving for ride-sharing apps. Beef, even considering the recent price increases, is still cheaper than in most other middle-income countries. Brazilians can also buy oranges, another product where they are the largest global producer, for a fraction of the price that people from colder countries pay. When all of this is considered, it's easy to see that every cheap product in Brazil is linked to the privileged and natural characteristics of this massive country in some way. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And remember to subscribe to our channel for the next ones.